Let's see if we can get Darren back on the phone. Chats. Call him. Bum, bum, boom, 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 boom.
Won't take my eyes off the ball again.
Hello, good sir.
Oh, he's back.
Hi. Hey, hi. How's it going?
And we are back.
I'm over here now.
Are we live again?
We are live.
Okay.
So I don't know what happened. I was hearing you as you couldn't hear me,
Yeah.
but that's
And then I tried to call you back a couple times.
yeah. My internet.
It was like everything online.
Yeah, my internet went down.
Sorry, we back. We out here.
We're here. We're queer. We're ready to steer.
Whoa, sir.
There you go.
This is how rumors get started.
That's how rumors been started.
Okay, so
Let's see.
we were discussing girls
Girls.
and how they must smoke weed or they cannot touch me.
There you go.
And that's about it.
That's about it.
So,
What's going on in the world?
Anthony,
Darren,
you know what's going on in the world.
I
There's a
do.
UFC tomorrow.
there is. There is a UFC going on tomorrow. And it's
Is the card not fire? Tell me what the card is.
let me
There's an ESPN card. I'm pretty sure there's at least three fights on this card that are fucking straight fire.
Bangers.
if I can get to it, if the internet will allow me, but I believe it's Megan Anderson's on the card as well.
She is.
Yep.
Let's see who else. Let's pull up my phone. This will be quicker.
I see what you care about.
Yeah.
I see what you like.
I saw her Instagram post about her about her weight.
All white girls.
her
She's
weight-
not super hot though.
I know she's not super hot. I didn't say she was. I just saw her.
Just want to be clear. Just want to be clear.
I saw her
Make sure we
Instagram
let her know who
post.
she is.
Let's see. You got.
You're a solid 6.5, a good 7 on a day.
There you
You're
go.
prettier than me, but not by a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just because you're a girl and you have boobs, it's automatic. Like, I guess you get to be a little prettier than me.
As a certain someone would call them, the cum dumpster is opening.
Whoa.
Hey.
Are you referring to
Wait, is that the one who she called?
No.
No.
So let's
She's-
be clear. I
she's
know
op-
what you just did.
Prelims,
You
yes.
transition.
Yes.
Right. So, at one point, for our listeners,
Mm-hmm.
a woman who Casey and I both love and support, a Miss Jessica I,
Yes.
referred to another woman on the UFC roster as a cum dumpster. That woman would be Sajara Eubanks. And apparently Sajara Eubanks is on this card as well, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
She's the top of the prelims.
Okay. She's at the top of the nothings.
Yeah.
All right, so that's great. Good for her. I bet Ali had to fucking position all kinds of shit around and like beg and plead and like get some shit working
Yeah.
to make that happen for her. So I'm glad it's working for her. Good for her. Anyway, yeah.
And then
Why do you have to bring up the cup
'Cause-
dumpster thing?
because it's so funny, I think it's still the best thing ever. I think that should forever be out there, and that's amazing.
Now there's a possibility that when that happened, one Chael Sonnen reached out and expressed some form of approval. There's a chance that hypothetically took place.
Right.
And I personally reached out to Chael Sonnen on the internet,
Mm-hmm.
on my Twitter account, and I said, Chael, when the fuck are you gonna come out publicly in support of Jessica I? When are you gonna make sure that you're on the right side of history here? Like, in fact, where's my motherfucking phone? Oh,
It's right there. It's in
right
front of you.
right now. Like, we need to make sure that this video message gets out. Let's make an Instagram story on your Instagram and let's send it to Chael Sonnen.
Dude, I'll be completely honest. With all disrespect, I don't even think I follow Chael Sonnen.
There's no
There's no
You don't
reason.
need to follow Chael. You can see all of his content. You can just go to YouTube. All of his content's there. Everything else is just reprinted. He's talked about everything and everyone except for this goddamn fight. And it's 3 weeks away. Like, hello? Do we know that this is only 3 weeks away?
I think we do.
And it's a fucking pay-per-view. And there are 2 belts
All right, nobody can
that
hear.
are going to be contested on that day.
Yeah. Nobody knows.
Why isn't anybody talking about this every second of the day?
Cause we got so much stuff going on.
There are a lot of events, like
Yeah.
tomorrow's event
Yeah.
that we're about to talk about right
Yeah.
fucking now. Which honestly, if I didn't see Kevin Lee training in person, I would probably have very little fucking interest in.
Right. Yeah.
Because we got a lot of shit going on over here.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had practice last night. I'm banging the fuck up. My neck hurt, elbow hurt, knee hurt,
Everything hurt.
dick in the dirt.
There you go.
It's hard out here right now, right? But this is the way I like things. So I'm a happy boy. But for fuck's sake, like, Chael, where are you at on this fucking Eye Shevchenko fight? And have you seen how small she is?
She's tiny.
These are questions I just want to ask Chael. Like, are you going to be on the right side of history on this?
No.
Like, because
I don't think he can make that call right now.
I don't envision a world where Jess doesn't go in as the underdog.
That is.
And I only say that because I think there are two things that are influential to people. The titles of like multiple time world champion and the voice of Joe Rogan.
And scary European people.
Those are the two influential factors and what are going to determine the odds of this fight.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. Joe Rogan making people think that Bullet is some unbeatable monster of a woman, even though she has lost that octagon before,
Mm-hmm.
right? But like, just his superlative way of talking. I don't know anyone else who speaks in superlatives. It's wrong to do that. It's evil. But because of those things, Jess is going to be a major underdog in this fight. It would be wise for people that have the opinion that she's going to win to come out and fucking say it. And if they don't say it, then on that fucking Sunday, when you're making your content, I want your dick tucked when you talk the entire fucking time. I want your dick in between your legs, mangina style, Silence of the Lamb style, for the entirety of Sunday. If you don't have the fucking courage to come out and say Jessica's gonna win this fight, she's superior in these areas, she's the bigger, more athletic woman. You don't see those things, and you're gonna have a dick tucked between your leg on Sunday morning.
No. No. No.
I'm just saying, Chael, don't be a dick tucker. Like, don't do that to yourself.
Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it. But
All right, so
events. So
more on the card.
so things that are of interest. We'll go. Davi Ramos versus
Yes,
opens up the card.
Davi Ramos is on this card. So, for the uninitiated, Davi Ramos got a huge pop out of me because he hit one of the most sick submissions in the history of competitive jiu-jitsu, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
His flying armbar on a man who it's very, very difficult to beat. A dude who won his world title in gi jiu-jitsu without being scored upon, Lucas Leckie. Have you ever seen that armbar?
I have not, but I'm looking it up right
What?
now. I have not.
Dog, it's simple in execution. It's something that everyone tries to do every day. Like some dude who thinks he's really good, when they see the dude in the butt position, they flip their ankles, the guy rolls to their back, up to their shoulders, and sits back up. Make sense?
Yeah.
Like the motherfucker rolls back, oh, he got me, oh, God, and then he sits back up, and his guard's up, right?
Yeah.
And then you start fighting again from the butt scoot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then, a motherfucker who thinks he's fly will try a flying armbar in that beat. And he never fucking gets it. You know, it's hard to get a flying armbar. It's a big movement. Davi hit that shit on a dude who hadn't been scored upon in over a year. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, cool.
He was like, biatch.
He said, don't worry about the guard pass.
Your elbow gonna touch my dick right now. You're gonna feel it pop on my dick. I'm gonna fuck your elbow out.
That was forever ingrained in him. And everybody that's watching the matches, nobody's paying attention to the match. So that's the best part about it. It's like
I know.
one guy's on his cell phone, like 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 even the people on the table are not even paying attention.
That's because in general, jiu-jitsu is boring as fuck.
Right.
And people who are there are conditioned to not really pay attention. Because if you do, you're just gonna get bored.
Yes.
And then you have to ask yourself, like,
Why am I
do I
here?
even like jiu-jitsu? I swear when I'm doing it, it's really awesome. But when I'm watching it, it's fucking
boring.
horrendous.
It's boring.
Like, do I
It's
I enjoy this?
it's so boring.
Is that my hobby? Do
It's-
we do the same shit? Do I look like that? Oh, wait, I'm not even good. I probably look worse. Like, fuck. That's a terrible thing to think. So instead of doing that, you just go on Instagram. You're looking at asses. You're talking to your friends. And then when everybody pops, you look up and you go, oh, man, that was sick. Oh, cool.
That was
You go
cool.
back to your-
Yeah.
That was dope, dog. Awesome.
That's it.
Yeah. That is pretty.
So, yeah.
It's pretty wild.
So I'm interested in how he performs in MMA. And I want to see him do well. Yeah, I want to see him fuck up some elbows in that octagon.
Take some necks. Turn people's motherfucking chest plate to lunch meat.
And then we got Charles Oliveira versus Nick Hines next, which is
Wait. Isn't it fucking Nick Lentz?
oh no, sorry, Nick Lentz. I'm sorry. I was
You
like
son of a bitch.
I was looking at
All right.
I was looking at the last guy. I was looking at one of the guys that
That's because Anthony is too proud to wear glasses. So Anthony would rather squint until he looks like I don't know if it was Ren or Stampy, but it was one of them.
both.
That's how Anthony sees. Anthony just goes, he just squeezes his eyes real tight. Nick Lentz put his hand in Charles Oliveira's face real tight
Mm-hmm.
during that weigh-in and that face-off. And I could feel through the fucking frame that Oliveira was fucking livid. Like, how dare you fucking get this close to me? Like, I love Charles Oliveira because he just doesn't. When the first time I saw him, I was like, did they put Prince in an octagon? Either just something like awkward and effeminate and kind of like bizarre
Yeah.
about the way he moved to me. I'm serious.
That fucking shoulder.
This
That
is not
shoulder
meant to be
shuffle.
insulting. Like, I'm serious. Like, it's like, you ever see the movie Shane? The character Wilson, the bad guy, he has a very effeminate way of moving, but he's bad as fuck. He kills people. Like, but it was like a characteristic that like made him very different than the other character. Where the other character was like, I am a rugged American. I'm kind of straightforward and it's very simple. I'm doing the right thing. Where he was kind of like, I'm moving through this more like a snake or a cat. And those are like feminine movements, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Oliveira had that kind of vibe. Like he had this he reminded me of Prince. Like that's the first thing I thought. The fucking artist known as Prince. Like that's the first thing I thought was, man, this guy is great. He's got this weird way about him. Like it's wonderful. But he's been super, super successful in the UFC.
Yeah.
Like, to be as successful as he's been without being champion is almost weird. Like, he has won a great deal of fights. And by submission. Doesn't he have the record? It's like 16?
Let me check to see what his records are. Let's see. Charles
Most submissions.
Charles
He
Oliveira.
definitely has the most submissions in UFC history. Like, that's 100% fact.
Let's see.
Now, the number and the number he surpassed are the only thing in question.
Let's see. Most submissions of UFC history. Let's see, what was that from? It was most submissions in UFC history. 13.
I know that already.
That's what I was telling you.
What's the number?
I said 13.
13.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
So it's only 13.
Yeah.
So he surpassed Hoist at what point?
Let me see. Gotta go back again. I think 2008.
Hoist had the record.
2008, I believe. I don't know what number, but I know he surpassed me in 2008. In UFC.
Really?
Not 2008, 2018.
Yeah. All right. I was like,
Probably
that
just
doesn't make any
it's
sense.
Probably 12 then. It's got to be like
Yeah.
12 or something.
Yeah.
And then like, because I remember he tied it, and then in his last fight he sapped the guy again.
Yeah.
And
So,
so he just adds to it.
yeah. So he passed
He's
Hoist.
gonna fuck Nick Lentz up.
Yeah, he passed Hoist
He's
Gracie.
gonna fuck him up bad.
So Nate Diaz is on his tails.
Fuck
Nate
him up,
Nate Diaz is
man.
on his tail for submissions. One off.
Yeah, Nate's finished a lot of people, dude.
Yeah. So he's one away from tying it up.
Nate's a finisher. I wonder what that's like.
It's a finisher. He's like, I'm a hitter, not a quitter.
I'm learning to be a finisher though. I'm seeing why I don't finish.
Is it? Is it like what I thought about, or is it like other reasons too? Your game style.
Tell me what you were thinking.
Well, I mean, it depends on what we're talking about here. If we're talking about a tournament, I don't see you doing it because points are more valued to you in that moment, and I think that's where you originated from. If it's like one of those tournaments where it's like a 16 bracket or 8-man bracket or whatever it is, I feel like you're not in the mindset to break people's limbs. It's like, I don't want to do this because I wouldn't want this to happen to me, sort of deal, because like you might have to go teach somewhere. I can deal with it because like, I teach, but like, that's it. I don't got to worry about no kids. I don't got no ladies to worry about. It's just me. It's just me. But yeah, I feel like you empathize too much for your opponent before anything happens. And then the times that you do finish, doesn't matter. Dude's like, cool, man, you broke my arm. I'm way tougher than that, so you have to break both my arms.
It's fucked up, right?
Yeah, it's like when you come in right, it still doesn't matter. People are like, oh, that's super cool that you broke my arm. I had this happen to me a bunch of times. Get someone to tuck it in my pocket, and we're gonna keep going now. You're like, oh, that's a great. Oh man, yeah, that's crazy. Now I gotta just strangle you. Oh man,
Life is weird.
that's what
Yeah.
sucks. Yeah, that sucks the most.
I think there's some truth to that. I think I am a little bit too nice.
I don't think it's
Too
nice. I
nice.
think you just empathize. Like you like the empathy that we talked about like a couple episodes ago about how you like peer into other people's lives and live your life like them. Like in what's that Hannibal Lecter and like on Amazon where dude pretends to be the serial killers. He's like, yeah, man, this is what I did. This is why his daughter's like this. And I like come up there and slice the deer open, it to bathe in the blood, and then he pretends to be all the serial killers to capture them.
Uh-huh.
And that's you. It's like you and everybody else though. It's like you pretend to be everybody else. You can I know how he feels, so I'm gonna use that to my advantage. Or I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna know how they feel, so I'm gonna empathize with that person. It's like, no, don't do it. Shut it off. Flip the switch. Turn it off. He doesn't need to know anything. Just turn it off. That's the
So
tr-
turn it down. Turn off the empathy.
we need to keep you we need to keep you like starved. No
Go
weed.
straight sociopath.
No weed, no beer. Just leave them hungry. Like leave them outside for a day.
Angry.
Leave 'em
Just
outside
make
for a
me matter
day.
and matter
Yeah.
and matter.
Leave them out. Casey, just
Until it's time for a competition.
just
Like,
yeah,
how long do you think? All right, so look,
24 hours.
that's all it takes.
That's 24, yeah. If we say give me your phone, give me your weed, give me your alcohol. That's it. You can play music, but you cannot contact people. You cannot like whoever's in the area works, but you cannot reach out to anybody. You do not need to make any posts. Like we'll handle that if it needs to be done. But in all honesty, you don't need any of that. You just need to eat some food, listen to some. You can't jerk off, and you can't have sex. That's the other thing too. Like we have to figure that with chastity belt.
I know that's it too. I know. I know.
Yeah, we got because like there's the other thing too. It's like, oh man, it's like, oh man, nobody's let me do anything. Like nothing can happen. Nothing. I'm like, yeah, nothing can happen.
You're not allowed to briskly like not wear underwear with some loose shorts.
Exactly. There's
You're
no.
not allowed to have any
They
sort of
can't.
satisfaction.
There can't be any movie that you watch that has like nudity in it. That has like everybody has to be closed or it has to be censored. Like movies in
You can
Turkey.
only see people's neck and their ankles.
Yes,
I'm like,
that's how it has to work.
you're like, oh, I don't want to take 24 hours. The transformation will only
Yeah,
take 24
literally.
hours.
Like this is what happens. Like you gotta wake him up at 7. It's like splash water in his face. Like where's your phone? Where's all your weed stuff? And then like you just take it all with you. And then like
And then just take the blanket off of it
Yeah.
for no reason.
That would be hilarious. Like, we should just do that to do that. Like, we should just make a video where we just do this. Like, we just say, like, all right, look, we want to see how long it takes Darren to fucking get truly angry
yeah.
if we put him in this state.
We'll just
Yeah.
take his glasses too.
Step one. Step one, the removal of eyes. Step two, we take his phone. not allowed to have weed. He's not allowed to have an orgasm.
No alcohol.
What else am I not allowed to do?
No alcohol.
No alcohol, no cigarettes.
Yep. Anything like that. And then
You can
upon.
eat once and it's halfway through the day.
But the other thing I have to worry about too is like what kind of mental state you'll be in at the tournament. Like we have to have like a trial run because like what if you're just like I want to be done with this so I can just get everything back. Like I don't really want to be here any longer than I have to be. Like I just want to be
Then I
done.
might just break everybody in the first minute.
Either you might bring everybody in the first minute, you might walk on.
Dude, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, it's like, I gotta get out of
You're
here.
gonna die
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, like we don't know what's gonna happen. That's the other thing too. Like you might just be in the mood where like I really don't care about anything that's going on right now. Like literally, like I'll just step on the mat and I'll tap out and I just want my stuff back. Like it could go like that too. Like you
I'm
could.
not that oppositional.
I'm not. You're not that oppositional, but you are a contrarian, and you might just do it just to like rub it in everybody's face. Like, see, I'm mud. You can't do whatever. You can't do whatever anything you want to me. And I'm like, oh, okay. So that's why you gotta do it like an extra day too. Like, even if you win, you don't get anything. That's what you gotta tell them. Even if you get the fastest submission of the day, you're still not getting anything until like an X amount of period has happened.
Oh my god.
That's.
It's just stressful thinking about it.
I'm not stressed. I've thought about this for a while.
Making my neck hurt again.
I thought about this for a while. I'm like, I know exactly.
My neck, my neck is swollen.
Oh my god.
I can feel it in my plums.
My fucking plums are so upset right now.
They got a bluish hue.
Ugh.
I
All right, so
Yeah,
I believe I can do that.
you could do that.
Yeah,
The
you could
next high
possibly.
roller tournament they have, you should just do that.
Dude, but that's so backwards.
Why?
That's so inappropriate.
Well, no, it's not. It's perfectly
the
fine.
whole point is to be high.
No,
up
no,
that
no, no, no,
fucking
no, no,
thing.
no, 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 no. Not the ones that you have to go in to get the invitation. The ones the general public ones. There's no weed allowed on the premises at all.
Even in Vegas?
Even in I'm pretty. I don't know about the Vegas ones for sure, but I know they like in like all their general like bracket listings they say like no weed. There's not like a it may like be different for Vegas, but for a lot of them, if not almost all of them, they don't. No, it's only when
Okay,
it's
so
only
if
when
I'm
they're
not allowed to smoke weed for it,
yeah like in the thing you might not be allowed to. Like it might just be a rule like where they're like, hey, this is cool and all, but we do it for like when it's time. Like we don't want to make this like a thing that everybody does when we're on the road.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I'll have a month to be sharp.
yeah,
Sure.
just
Stop.
yeah. We gotta do it at like
the blocks will be in full effect. I'll have all my blocks.
we gotta stop
ready
you
to
at
go.
9 p.m. 9 p.m. is the cutoff limit the day before. So you can't
do what?
Just cut you off like not can't,
To do everything?
yeah you can't be.
Just eat like a pound of edibles.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like what if he does that? Like you gotta come off at like
No, I'm not gonna do that. That's cheating.
Doesn't
No, it's
matter.
not.
Once again, contrarian.
It is. No.
Contrarian.
No, I'm not gonna cheat. There's no experiment if you fucking cheat.
I understand that, but contrarians are contrarians. It don't matter. They don't. It's like it's like see guys, because then you'll be like this. I did it with while high. So see, I told you I could do it. See, that's what you would do just to prove us wrong. So this would never happen ever
I
again.
will not do that. I will do it the right way.
Okay. I would.
So,
I'd be there for that. I would love to be there for that. 48-hour period, the 72-hour period where it's just like, all right, we're gonna watch him go up, then go down, and then we're gonna see,
It is
him go
documented
right
all.
back up.
Like,
Yeah,
in the
that's what
morning-
we'll do.
Yeah.
We'll go out and just fucking party our fucking ass off
And
the
like-
night before and then just take it all away.
Well, you'll have my phone, and so you'll have access to my account. So you'll document all the fucking miserable things that
Yeah.
I'm doing, and then if I do anything funny or just like grumpy, you can be like, "Oh, we're down. How do you feel right now?" Like, like, "Rah,
Yeah.
Don't
See?
fucking look at me.
don't fucking talk to me. Turn that fucking camera off. Rah." Like whatever happens, happens.
So you
But
can,
I anticipate that I would be handling it with grace.
oh, no caffeine either.
That's fine.
Yeah, you almost broke right there.
I can do it. I can do it.
It's like the tournament. When you're at the tournament, that's different. But like just that day, you can't. Like day before, you can't have a.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His neck like hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
more.
He's like he stopped. He's like, yeah, I'll be cool, dude. I'll be cool. It's like, yeah. But you can eat whatever. You can do whatever. You can eat within like your dietary restriction. You can do whatever you want, stuff like that. That's fine. But like just no vices.
I can do that.
Yeah.
And then I'll be fucking strong and evil.
We're gonna have to like search his room for like hardcore copies, like the hard prints, like all prints and like cassettes. Yeah. You don't know. You don't know what this man. He's old school. He might have like Polaroids. Like you don't know.
I don't have anything. I left everything in Ohio.
Gotcha.
Like everything.
Still look.
Like,
Even if he gives,
all
even if
the
he got
cool
one of those
stuff.
cards from like those girls on the strip where they like say like, "Oh, come here for a titty show." Take that away from him too.
No, I don't. I don't go to the strip, Anthony.
Ever? Never?
No.
Not once?
I think we were kind of
Sort of.
sort of on the strip
Yeah.
one time, but like not really.
Okay.
See,
That's good then.
I'm not out here like partying.
No, you're saying you're
like,
not partying, but it's still like
Do I have cocktails?
you have moments, yes.
I have cocktails, but they're not really ever in public. Like I don't really go
Yeah,
out.
no.
It's not, but it's not.
I was trying to get him to come out tonight, but he was like, "Nah, man, I got things."
I'm not going out.
You have
There's
to
people out there.
see. Okay, so you want to see how this works? I'll give you an exact way. You have to give him a guarantee. Give him a guarantee. If this guarantee happens, then he will come with you and suffer through all of it just for the ending.
What is the guarantee?
Yeah, what's the guarantee?
So you have to have a person that fits all his criteria that we talked about earlier.
Oh, I know. I was trying to recruit Mike earlier. I was trying to recruit our dude Mike to bring him and his chick and some of their friends, and he thought about it.
No. That's
I think
no.
you
It's,
said
it's different. It's different. See, that's where you're wrong. It has to be a guarantee. It's not like I'm bringing. It's not like we're hanging out with some guy who brings his girl and his girl brings friends. No. Has to be.
No,
it
these
has
friends are always a guarantee because
No,
his
no, no.
girl's friends are all strippers.
We don't know this. I don't know this.
See, there you go.
Pretty clear.
This is better.
This is
It's
my
getting
podcast.
better.
This
It's
is
getting
not
better.
my opinions.
It's getting better. So you're at the stage right there where it's like it's already the perfect storm right there.
Yes. it's
Because
fucking
this is what's gonna happen. He's like this is like he's black belt at this part of the game. It's
Yeah,
like you
he's
gave
like
him
Gucci.
What?
you gave him like the best opportunity. He's like, oh, strippers this is easy. It's like
That's not true.
seal this
What
up.
is this perception?
Well, it's not the
Over here
perception, but
sniping
but like
and
you can like the thing is like you like these people are like the people you like can like if you wanted to be like evil like you can just have them all and just take them with you.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it is because you don't do the things that everybody does for them.
Gotta hit him with that claw, dude.
I don't know.
You know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Hey man, everybody.
I don't believe this about myself.
You
Yeah.
do.
It's because you don't want you don't want to believe it. It's not that you don't. It's not that you don't believe it. It's that you don't want to believe it. It's like
Yeah.
it's there somewhere in the subconscious. As Darren would say,
No,
evil
so
Darren.
I didn't
Evil
choose this
Darren
guy,
would
they
think
chose
that's
me.
true.
Like, I don't even want to talk about this.
This is awesome.
I'm done. Shut it
I
down.
honestly, here's what I'll say. I honestly believe I don't really have any game whatsoever.
Oh, this dude is lying.
Yeah, whatever, man.
I'm not lying.
Oh,
You see
hey,
his thighs out every day.
hey,
He's like,
Casey,
"Nah,
Casey, you
that's
want
not
to
it."
you want to hear a
I don't
story?
believe it, but
Casey,
check these thighs out.
Casey, you want to hear a story?
I put out the tasty
Ah.
meats.
Oh, look at that.
I display tasty meats in public. Like, all right, recently.
Hold, no.
I
Bef-
went
Before
out-
you tell your lie, let me tell Casey a story that actually happened while I was with you. It's the Buffy it's like the Buffy the Vampire story. How we
Well, that was one thing.
that's not one thing. That's that's when you tried though. That's the only time I've ever seen you try something. It's like usually when we're out in public, you mind your own business and you keep it pushing. But the one day you were just like, hey, let's like we're here at this bar. Let me have a beverage, and we're just gonna chill out for a bit. We chilled out for a bit, and somebody was talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and then Darren just like said something about it, and he just inserted himself in that conversation, and the guy that was with that girl became invisible in that situation because everybody was looking at Darren and nobody was looking at that guy, and she's like, oh man, so he's like, oh, you have an Instagram? Like she's like, yeah, I do. He's like, oh yeah, here's my Instagram. Now you follow me, and then I'll follow you. And that's how it happened. And if he chose not to go further with it because he's like, all right.
Oh, I know.
He's like, I feel like it's like he gets shaky. It's like he gets shaky in the moment where like he sees it stuff like something happening. He's like, I gotta go. Let's go, Anthony. Bye. And we left. But if it kept on going, it's like that poor guy would have been walking home by himself or driving home by himself.
and that's wrong.
Is
That
it
would've
wrong?
been bad.
It is wrong, but you don't know the situation that they're in.
Exactly.
Because if
Exactly.
she had enough respect for that man,
That
she
could
would have
just be-
said
that
no,
could be
thank
a
you.
rebound, dude.
Exactly.
That could just be a stepping stone in her life.
It's like it's a friend that
That could
was.
just be a stepping stone in her life
Dude,
on her way
I
to
wasn't
Darren.
trying to wife her. Look,
I understand that.
I wanted to.
You're trying to
know-
pipe her.
If you could dig her guts out like a shovel.
I wanted to know. I wanted to know if I could convince her that I was like an attractive, viable option. That's all.
That's what I'm saying. Like he tries to act like he's not. It's like, man, I don't really know if I can impress these girls with my looks. But then like he's like, oh, follow my Instagram, and next thing you know, it's like every single post that he posts, it's like, oh yeah, bling, bling, bling.
Yeah.
He's making this up.
It's not
No,
wrong.
Lies.
It's not wrong.
Lies.
Look,
Uh,
Dude.
in
Look,
general,
if you are single and or have a really weak-minded man and you could possibly pin him down and fuck him, Darren is your man.
there you
And
go.
he's out here.
He's out here.
If you need his phone number, DM me and I'll filter through all you girls.
Only girls that
And
like
I'll-
weed.
Yeah, you gotta like weed.
Yes.
All right. Don't fuck around.
And
All right. Don't
Yeah.
lie to me just to get to Darren. All right.
Yes.
We'll filter right through you.
yes.
We know.
We will know. There'll be a
All right.
test. There'll be a test.
I was raised by
You guys
women and my mom was a
crazy.
stripper, so I know all about you. All right.
Yeah.
You guys would call my mom auntie.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Casey
So
knows.
fucking-
We know. We know.
Yeah.
You can't lie to us anymore. So I would have believed it back in the day, but you would lie. Now tell your lie story. Now, come on, tell your lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell your lie,
Go
Darren.
ahead. Lie.
Lie to
So
us.
you don't even remember the story. You don't even remember the story because it was real.
Sorry.
lie to us.
I was just saying, I'm shy. If I like really, really like a girl, I'm shy about things. Like when
But
I don't talk to them. I just let that shit slide. I just don't even bother.
Darren's lies are just making me want to smoke.
Where are the lies? What girl
I
do you see
mean,
me talk
so
to?
I agree with that. I believe that. I believe that like for a fact. That's very true. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're not talking about people that you have a crush on or people that you find that you're like, oh man, oh wow. We're just talking about like girls, like regular women that exist
Oh
in the
yeah, I
world.
mean, who gives a fuck?
Exactly my point though. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But when Darren becomes who gives a fuck,
Dude, if I'm smitten,
Yeah,
I'm worthless.
but that's different. That's different.
that's a problem.
That's different. That's not what we're talking about right now.
I don't care about any of that. Like yeah, like okay, fine, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, like that's everybody. That's everybody. Everybody who's
See,
like,
to me, game is, hey, I think that woman's attractive. I can go get her attention. That's game.
but that's different
when
though.
I see that a woman is attracted to me, I can be like, I just noticed that for the same reason I'm just empathetic. I can notice how people are feeling. So if a chick is into me, I kind of sort of know it, and I'll shoot my shot if I think it's something to do.
Yeah.
But like,
That's
when I'm like, oh my fucking god, there's a thing over there that I want to know everything about. Instead of going to find out anything, I just go, "Meow," and just like, like crumble into a little nothing, a little ball of fucking shyness.
right.
So
But there's a lot of
we
girls.
both have a point. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but there's a lot of girls that you find attractive, but then there's a lot of them that end up in your bedroom. So it's a lot of overlapping right there.
Sir.
There's a lot of overlaps.
We got a lot.
Hundreds. No, I'm
It's-
just
it's like-
kidding. I'm
it's-
kidding. I'm kidding.
It's just the ceiling. The ceiling. He has a wet spot in the ceiling. You have a wet spot in the ceiling.
Holy shit.
Whoa. There was no wet spot in the ceiling.
Lambs, Darren.
No, not in your bedroom. Like from the first floor, looking up from your bedroom. Like if you look up to
Oh.
where your bedroom is, it's just a
Look, man.
Look, man. Just out here changing people's lives.
It's just everyone thinks, oh, I can't do that, or they're just peeing on the guy. Like, okay,
Call
like,
1-800 Darren Branch.
There you go.
like, all right, cool. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Would you want us to end your torturous about your life and the
I
torture,
mean,
and the tortures?
We could keep going.
We could,
it's,
but you know,
at this point,
at-
like,
at this-
I should not be shy anymore.
yeah, Darren's knees have already like hit the pain and like the little bitey feeling
They're
that Darren
curled
feels.
back.
Yeah,
His knees have gone inverted.
the pain that Darren feels when he gets uncomfortable is already passed, so it's not used to him.
Yeah,
anymore.
I'm good now.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
fine, so it's not fun anymore. Like I know, yeah, so it's not as fun. So I'll just tell you about how they made a giant robot Trump that's tweeting on a toilet while shouting out, "I'm a very stable genius."
Who's they?
Some Chinese people, these
Oh, you're so racist.
yeah, no, because because the Donald Trump's
Some
visit.
people who happen to be Chinese.
No, the Chinese,
Okay.
the Chinese,
The Chinaman.
the Chinamen, them
slopes.
the Orientals, as you say.
The fucking slopes.
What? That's not a real term.
That is the slopes are a real term. Zipperhead, gook.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Those are dark. Yes,
But
sir.
gook is not a bad word though. Gook's just what.
Yeah, but Zipperhead is dark.
Zipperhead's dark. Yeah. Zipperhead's dark. Gook is a misinterpretation of a word.
Does everyone know the root of Zipperhead?
No.
Oh my fucking
It
Christ.
refers to the heads and faces being run over in the Korean War by tire treads.
Yes.
And so it would make your face look like it was like a zipper.
Mm-hmm.
That's gnarly and dark.
It is.
Damn, dude. I always wondered
That's
why
one
my
of the-
grandpa would say that
That's
shit.
one of the worst racial slurs ever. That's a
God damn,
fucking
that's
tough one.
It's
Yeah.
dark. Yeah, it's
That's a
dark.
tough one,
It's
dude.
dark. Yeah.
And if you didn't know, now you know.
Now you know.
And like, this is why multiculturalism. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's like-
Oh, God.
It's a good thing.
Did you know that Darren's a fucking Nazi?
You know
All
what?
right, so
You know what?
yeah.
I'm gonna switch topics.
So-
that wasn't even that interesting. The man killed by a crossbow in Germany, led by a medieval cult. It was a murder-suicide pact, and they used crossbows to kill each other. Yeah.
All right, so it's like Ren Fair gone super rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they became like a gang,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Look, this shit's real, dog." Like, you fucking stole my maiden. They're gonna like, you gotta fucking pay the piper. And he was like, "No, I don't." And then he murdered the dude and shot himself.
Well,
Yo, can we discuss the fact that, like, in Florida, I'm pretty sure
Oh,
you're
it's always
allowed to
Florida.
carry a fucking double-handed fucking broadsword in public?
that doesn't surprise me.
Yo,
That's
let's
just so
bring
that-
back medieval warfare when you have a dispute. I have no complaints here. If dude comes out and cuts you off and takes your parking spot, whip out the blade, bro. Let's fucking settle this among the fucking squires, son. Let's fucking go.
I mean, to be fair, you could have a moat with alligators in it, and so like, yeah, like, you might as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, you might as well. I mean, think about it.
In Florida, you mean?
Yeah. Because think about it. Like, you have like the swampland. You can just build your house over there. And it's just this bridge that just falls over the swamp every now and then.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Sounds like a great way to like sustain life because you got some tasty gator. And
Sounds
then
like I might move to Florida. No, I'm just kidding.
you can keep people off your property as long as they don't come.
I
up-
would eat the gators.
Gators are delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they might come up your toilet, so be careful with that too.
What?
Yeah, snakes and sometimes because they, depending on what depending on like what foliage grows in the ground, they could burst like your pipes,
Ah.
and then things can like grow into it or come into it. So
Yeah, I've heard of the snakes in the toilet and all that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not okay.
And in Florida, they have all those exotics. Like all those people that fucking got pythons and let them go.
Yeah.
This
They-
motherfucker's too big.
Because they didn't know what happened in Australia. They didn't have news back then. They didn't have information. They didn't know what happened in Australia.
They didn't have news.
Yeah, they didn't have news. They didn't know any better. If they knew about what happened in like criminal place Australia, then they would know better.
And what did they think was gonna happen?
They
A
thought
bunch of ruffians.
they didn't know better.
Whole
They were,
country of ruffians.
it's called being too rich for your own good. But back to the double murder suicide. So basically, it was one dude, a bunch of women, and they both killed each other. And then another lady, they killed themselves while holding hands. They shot. I don't know how they killed themselves with a crossbow, but they were both.
How
holding,
many people?
So it was there's 3 people in a hotel, then 2 people back in Germany, back in another part of Germany that were also a part of it too. That did their own killing as well. They died the same way, their own suicide path.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it was like a little cult this guy was leading, and then they just a bunch of them ended up dead.
No, wait. No, what was the pact based on? Like, why would you kill yourself?
There
What,
was-
what were you gonna get?
There's no reports. There's no nothing like that. But all it is there's apparently he was in a relationship with a bunch of women. He's with 4 women. This dude was in a relationship with 4 women. And
Yeah.
Pimp.
yeah, he was a pimp, from 19 to 40 or 53. No, 33.
Sounds about right.
33.
Okay.
33. Yeah, 33. Yeah. So you got anyway.
Oh, not broad enough range. Keep
Yeah.
going.
So basically, and he was a martial arts. He was into martial arts, and that's what happened. So
We're
he's
talking about Darren. Catholic?
he's lured these
What
girls
the-
in from martial arts. Their parents got met him and realized, oh, this guy's a great guy, and then after after they met him, she started changing. They started dyeing their hair black. Then they moved out and started living with this guy, and then I guess one they were in this hotel in Bavaria, I guess somewhere near Germany or in Germany, and so there was like two women.
Bavaria.
Bavaria. There was two women and the dude in the hotel in that part of Germany, and then back in Wintening, where like the house was or whatever it was, that's where the other two killed themselves at. So it was just basically like, yeah. It was like a sex cult with like the focus on the Middle Ages. So
Wow.
there you go. Some more you know.
So they all have bird flu and shit too. Probably they don't believe in like medicine. Yo, what religion is that where they don't believe in like going to the hospital and then shit?
I
Like,
think that's
Christian Scientists.
yeah, and
Don't go to the hospital.
and the other people
what
too.
kind of shit is that? Like, oh man, my kid has every signs of having cancer and shit, and blah blah blah, this that, and the other. But Jesus is gonna fix it when we can just go right down the street and fucking fix this shit.
I don't think
What? What?
yeah.
How is that legal? How is that legal? How is that not like fucking child abuse or like neglecting?
Sometimes they do bring up people on charges,
Yeah.
but usually you can say that we're a country that supports the idea of religious freedom. And if that's your religion, you're free to think those things, right?
That's crazy. So crazy.
It is crazy, but it would also be crazy not to allow it too. Like, I don't like it when it's a child, right? And usually when there's a child, those people tend to break down and they allow their children to receive medical attention. Sometimes, though, it's because of pressure that there will be litigation. Even if it's successful, it can bankrupt you, it can break you. So it's like, it might be in your best interest as a family just to have this procedure done anyway. Instead, you'll have a dead kid and no money.
Yeah.
Or you can have your money and a live kid. Like, what do you want? Yeah. What do you want? You can pray about it. You can ask for forgiveness. We fucked you on this, okay? Yeah. Now you go ask for forgiveness, and we're going to go save your fucking kid.
Yeah. Like,
tell God we fucked you on this. You tried. You tried.
Like, what the fuck?
You put you in a bad spot.
Yeah, that's just a weird one for me. I mean, I'm not religious in any form whatsoever. I couldn't tell you a fucking single thing like about like when anybody comes back or does this or how
when anybody comes back.
Yeah, how many wives you can have if you fucking read this book and shit like that. Whatever. Like, cool.
One forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Like, I don't.
Until you die.
I don't understand. Yeah. Whatever. That's sister wife shit. Cool. You know.
Whoa.
Sister wives. They got like brother dudes or brother husbands.
Yeah, brother dudes. Yeah, that's what they're, bro man dudes.
Yeah, see, that would be
brother dudes.
If they had that shit.
Or like what
you don't see those polyamory, like not polyamory. You don't see those polygamous bitches talking about equality.
Yeah.
Talking about like, I want 5 niggas at the crib. Like,
no, that would be brother main to main right there. That wouldn't be.
Like, nobody wants 5 dudes in their house. How come?
Wait, is this a thing?
I'm serious.
No, I'm saying no, brother husbands.
How come?
They might be a show.
Dudes want 5 chicks at their crib.
Do you ever seen that reality TV
But
show where like I
don't
Love
want
New
5
York?
dudes.
I Love New York. You ever seen that shit? That's why.
What would happen if there were 5 dudes? See, if there were 5 dudes, they'd all have to be so beta that they'd have to be bisexual.
I can show you a picture of this right now, what they look like. Because there was like a special on TLC.
Wait, before you show me what they look like, I'm gonna guess they look something like an Antifa demonstration.
Give me descriptions.
Like,
Descriptions. Use your words.
Soft bodies, dumb clothes, colored hair.
Oh my god.
I would say you might be close. Definitely with the soft bodies. I'd say it's
75% right.
Yeah, 75% right. Soft bodies, no colored hair. Maybe this guy might have dyed his hair to like a blondish color, but
I figured one of these punk motherfuckers would have blue or green hair.
I show you.
They're going for that bleach blonde.
Show me the picture.
What in?
Oh yeah, look up.
That
Wait, no. This nigga's hair is dyed, dog.
That's like green.
No, I think it might. Let me see. Hold on, I gotta look it up. Let's see. Chad Liston. Let's see this guy.
I'm just saying.
His name would be Chad. What's the other guy's name? What's the other dude's name? Kyle.
Oh, you're right. So it is green. It is a little bit. Yeah, it is. See.
Is it Kyle?
See, it's green.
Oh,
Is it
it's
not?
Dude,
green.
Boom!
dude,
I fucking called that 100%.
Jeremy.
Oh, his name Jeremy. All right, that's kind of like
Jeremy.
he's all right. See, like we know some Jeremys that are cool, but if his name would have been Kyle,
I know one cool Jeremy.
I know a couple.
Y'all can fight over who it was.
There's only two of you battling out, fight to the death. Last Jeremy.
See, of
standing.
course.
Yeah, that dude is a beta-looking motherfucker.
And I can tell you what the girls that look like. What girls look like that are into that shit.
Yeah, dude, they all look exactly like her. A blonde, older lady that looks like she really wants to take care of like a couple of other kids, so they have to be younger than her.
And I mean like the girls that'll be like one of 5 girls.
Oh, one of 5 girls.
One of
Mhm.
5, yeah.
Yeah, the opposite of that. you know?
Yeah, oh, 100%. I mean, the show fucking Sister Wife is literally like, I couldn't be a better picture of that. There's like one really, really like attractive one. They're all jealous of that one because he gives a little bit more attention to her. And the other ones are kind of like soccer momish where they got really, really wide childbearing hips with that thick ass looking like a donkey.
Yeah.
Normally they got short bob cut. The other one's got curly hair. One of them
Too
wears
bad.
glasses. The other one is just really, really smart and
They
really pays
never
the
have
bills.
great hair, do they?
No.
Those Sister Wife shows?
No.
Never.
They never have great hair.
They
It's
always,
like,
they always got it
How
wrapped up.
come? No one had the fucking hairdresser in the budget. Anthony,
Daron.
it's been a lovely podcast.
It has been.
And we're having similar issues as the JRE
Are we?
with like separating our episodes and our YouTube crashing on us.
Yes.
And I'm gonna have a conspiracy theory moment. I'm gonna say
Anthony's poor.
that these cunts
These coons.
at YouTube who send us strike messages
Mm-hmm.
and like there was a point where I would post a video and an hour later it would have like hundreds or 1,000 views. And the podcast gets like no views. And that's fine.
Yeah.
We have audio listeners and we love you and we do it for you mostly.
Yes.
But I do think that YouTube puts down original content and content where it gets racy or fucked up. And I think that maybe they fucked up Joe's TriCaster and maybe they interrupt our broadcast. You fucking cunts. I see your games and I am not moved. I love each and every one of you for listening to this podcast. Thank you, Casey, for doing the podcast today.
Thanks, Casey.
I always love being on the show anytime I can.
And Anthony,
Yes.
I will talk to you later. This is goodbye for real.
All right.
Goodbye, Internet. XOXO.
Peace.